It's a remarkable thing to be a dealer because you work very closely with the artists. Most of these exhibitions are years in planning, so you see the development of the exhibition. And then these exhibitions come to you on a bi-monthly basis now, and they get assembled and presented, and you get to see all that effort, that the artists put to create that exhibition, and then it all comes apart, and it all goes in different places, and it's really never to be seen again. I'm from New Orleans. My father was a streetcar driver. He drove the Desire streetcar, and we actually lived on Desire Street off of St. Claude in the upper Ninth Ward, although we really didn't call it the Ninth Ward then. My mother was a secretary for an oil product company on St. Claude, and my father passed away when we were very young, and I sort of just went through school. The first really important thing that happened to me was I got a job at an art gallery on Royal Street. It was a print gallery, I was a framer, and I learned the business, and more than that, I developed a passion for the business. And being a bit spoiled, it didn't occur to me to be out of line to go to my mother and ask her to mortgage her house, then in Chalmette, for me to open an art gallery and purchase a building on Magazine Street when Magazine Street is nothing like it is now. At that time, most of the galleries were located in the Quarter, but the shift was already happening to go uptown. I was very young, I was 20 years old. Simone Stern opened around the corner on Britannia in Washington. So there was a little cluster of galleries, and it was a very odd time because it was very small. There were very few people that really took the art business as a business. And it is a business, I mean, it's something that you are working with something that's not created for the market, but at the same time, you know that artists deserve to have a living like anybody else. So you find a market for it. And early on, I had the good fortune of meeting Ida Kohlmeyer, who was a very prominent artist in New Orleans, and Robert Gordy. They really cultivated me and taught me the art business and how to become the person that I'm glad to have become, the dealer that they wanted. And I think you get these moments in life that you hopefully recognized, and this definitely was mine, because even though I knew I could get a job as a waiter or something else to sort of pay for my mother's mortgage, that wasn't the point. The point was you were in it, you had to do it, and so I stuck with it. And it really wasn't until Poydras Street began development and contemporary buildings started appearing in New Orleans. When people went to work and they would see these great pieces in the lobbies of buildings, they became more familiar, they started identifying and connecting with the artwork and then thinking about it for their own homes as well. For the first time, New Orleans was really truly celebrating a lot of the visual artists that had really just been neglected for the history of art. Art in the South did not end in 1950. I mean, it's still been going on and it's still doing really well. But for some reason, we lost those people. And now we've reconnected them with the art that's being done here.